Take a simple step towards controlling your finances, saving money, and getting the most for your dollar. Whether you're going to call it cheap or frugal, I call it smart. Hey guys, Randy here, and I'm bringing you one of the quickest, easiest ways you can take control of your finances and start saving money this week. And it's very simple, very easy. I've been doing this for years. It may seem simple and easy to me because I've just been doing it for so long, but you can do it in just a matter of a few minutes. And basically, what it is, I have all of my local grocery stores' weekly ad pages bookmarked. So I keep them in a bookmark folder in my browser. You can see if at the top I got all this crap, but see all kinds of stuff. Right here, grocery store flyers. So I have them all saved in there. Open all four in a new window, and poof, they all open up. And I do this usually on Tuesday nights, or sometimes during the day on Tuesday. Not all of these stores update their ads for the coming sales on Wednesdays, on Tuesdays, but some do. And then I come back here on Wednesdays and check again. And I also have a Walmart tab opened up because when I was first doing my sale paper comparisons, I would go to Walmart and see how much they charge for the same item and figure out whether it was really on sale or not, or if I really needed it. If I didn't need it till later on, and I knew Walmart was the same price or within just a few cents, or maybe even within a dollar, I would put off going and getting stuff I didn't need till I had a multiple items I could get from Walmart. Most of my food I buy other places, but Walmart's usually my go-to store for all of my cat food. Let's see, uh, dishes, home supplies, just anything other than food. Most of the time, Walmart has frozen vegetables, which I buy quite a bit of as the cheapest location to get them. But if you, my experience with Kroger is they can almost match Walmart prices. So sometimes it's not worth the effort. If I'm going to Kroger to buy my food, then it only makes financial sense and time sense to go ahead and pick up the frozen vegetables if they're not that big of a difference in price. Relatively like 2 cents or 3 cents more per pound here at Kroger than at Walmart. Anyway, I'm rambling. I need to get back on track. This whole thing was supposed to be about a quick, easy way to start lowering your food expenses. And I try to buy 2 weeks worth of food. Let me correct that: 2 weeks worth of meat for each week, because if you catch it on sale this week, it may not be available at one of the other stores or this store for the same low price this week. So Aldi, I don't normally buy stuff from them, but I do like occasionally I'll find stuff here. I do like to come here and just check it out because they have unusual stuff in there. Anyway, let's get past that. Make sure you're on the current weekly ad. So this is like the week starting June 25th and running through the July 31st. All these are going to be the same way because I'm already pre-saved to the sale pages, so they pull up the latest. In most cases, they pull up the latest weekly ad. But I always double check, make sure a weekly ad for the 25th. If this was Tuesday night, they would probably have preview here. They'd say the coming ad and when it's going to start. Like, so next week you'll see a preview up here for July the 2nd. So just from my my history of checking prices, this is like a July 4th special, which you don't see very often for $2.94. Usually Randall's is at least $3.99 for hamburger meat. Walmart carries it for about the same price, but you got to buy 10 pounds at a time to get that price. So anyway, that's just a quick comparison. Randall's is one of my favorite places to shop, but they are also one of the most expensive places to shop. So you'll find great deals on like chicken, occasionally on beef, often on pork as well. But when you go in there to buy everyday items, if they're not on sale, like chips, crackers, lunch meat, they're very, very, very expensive. Much way more expensive than Kroger's, and super more expensive than Walmart for the same exact product and the same weight. Anyway, so here's a Kroger ad. I don't like this layout. It's not that it's bad. It's just not my favorite thing. I like go up here and get the weekly print ad. I don't know why I prefer this, but I just do. Maybe I feel like I'm going to miss out on something if I use that other. I'm used to navigating this. I know where they put the specials. You can quickly look at the first page and know whether or not the thing you're looking for is on sale, because they're gonna that if their best deals are always at the top to catch your eye. So $2 a pound for chicken breast, boneless, skinless, is pretty much typical around here. Same thing for pork loin. You can get that in the Kima area for $2 a pound on a regular basis. Eggs, this is actually going down. So, but this is especially you got to have a Kroger card, so that way they can limit how many you get. But 2.49, that's about a buck and a half cheaper than what they were last week. But that may be because of the 4th of July sale. Anyway, I don't know. Sometimes I'll find some pork for as low as a buck and a quarter a pound. Doesn't look like that's going to happen this week. So I have food in the freezer to cover that. So I don't have to. I'm not forced to spend $2 a pound for pork or chicken. See here, HEB. I like HEB as well, but they're a little bit far away from me. But I will go there if the bargains are good enough, and I can justify spending $3 or $4 on gasoline to get there and come back. So, and again, most of these sale papers are, I think all the sale papers, they put their best deals at the top. So yeah, that's the four I go with, and like I said, I keep my Walmart tab open for comparison shopping. Anyway, that's a quick and dirty method to take a simple step towards controlling your finances, saving money, and getting the most for your dollar. Whether you're going to call it cheap or frugal, I call it smart. And I'll talk to you later.